Guys, Rick Shaw here again. It's still the 30th of October, and I was getting a little bit of a signal today, so I was able to watch some of Tropical Tim's walkie-talkie and a couple of channels, but I also hit a lot of my news feeds. And I get a lot of stuff that comes through the email, and I usually got to go somewhere just to read it or watch it because the signal here is so poor. But today, for some reason, I was getting some signal, and I'm just from what I see, I'm just going to make a prediction. It looks like that the President Trump he'll take it again. He's going to win, and I got a sneaky suspicion he's going to take the House too. It just looks that way, and I personally myself, the guy I think's been doing a fantastic bang-up job for the last 4 years, and I would like to see him have the House and the Senate on his side. And you watch a guy go crazy, get a lot of things done. Hope they don't assassinate him though, but that's what it's looking like to me. That's my prediction anyway. But I'm looking forward to seeing that. I saw some rallies. I was going over some old news feeds, and they were showing pictures of Joe Biden's rallies with 10, 15 people there. Obama went to a place, he had 100 people. And you see Trump having rallies, and he filling airports and football stadiums, and towns are completely blocked off with just thousands and thousands of people coming to see him. So that right there, if it's even close, if this vote is even close, that means the libs have stolen a lot. I mean, they're finding ballots in the garbage. There's post office people who are supposed to deliver your mail. They're showing pictures of them dumping stuff right in the dumpster. You know, overseas ballots. And the military, it's been known they always go for Republicans. So it's just a royal shame that this is happening. They got to cheat. I hope it doesn't go too crazy when Trump does win and all the rest of this. I know they're having a big fit about the Supreme Court justice that got in, but finally it's some justice for us on the conservative side. We need this, and this stuff about abortion. That's my big thing. My big thing is how long is the good Lord going to smile on the good old USA when they're murdering 1.5 million of his babies? If you look in the Bible, he knew us before we were born. See, he's putting something down here, and we're sending it back like it's a reject. Oh man, that would make him turn away. You look in the history of the Bible, he's turned away. You turn from him, he turns from you also. So don't do that, guys. Everybody in America, I'm serious. You need to drop to your knees and pray and ask him for forgiveness. Just for sitting around and doing nothing even. We have to turn this thing around. Otherwise, we're going to be, set in little units. I truly believe this. If what they're doing right now goes to fruition, we're going to be set in little tiny areas, urban centers. We're going to be told what to eat, where to go, what to do. If we want to leave somewhere, it's going to be passes.
Let's go, Mommy. It's all done now.
Okay, we'll go back in and make sure she's all finished. But it's going to be bad. It's going to George Orwell on steroids, guys. This is the way I'm seeing it. But it looks like we might get a reprieve with Trump getting in. There's, as the U.S. goes, so does the world. They always say as California goes, so does the rest of the United States. I don't think so this year. I really don't. But they also say as the U.S. goes, so does the world go. And you look at a lot of places are turning around. Countries are turning around. I know they're doing these big lockdowns, though, in a lot of places. They're trying for this big push before the elections. One of my subscribers said they were worried and wanting to get the heck out of there before the election because they think it's going to be really bad. But where I lived in different times, we were always well armed. And when we thought there was going to be some sort of trouble or anything like that, we were armed up and watching. We had watchers in the house. I ran into some trouble in the past, and we were just prepared for it. You should be prepared all the time. I don't think there's not a single adult American that should be leaving his house. It's like what do they call that? American Express, never leave home without it, or MasterCard, whatever it is. I don't think you should leave your house without a pistol and knowing how to shoot it too. You should have that with you everywhere. That just in itself. Okay, good. Go on and help her. That in itself keeps crime down, whether you want to carry one or not. If everybody you know is packing, criminals are going to be less likely. They're going to be very less likely to try and rob because they just know they're going to get themselves shot. So here it's a shame. What I see in this country, which I think is so sad, is there's a lot of crime going on, and it's getting worse now, it seems to me, just from watching the news. And these criminals got guns. The back riders, I know they passed a law or tried to do it here a while back, where it was you were only allowed to ride on the back of the motorcycle with a family member. Two guys who didn't know each other weren't allowed to do that, because what happens is the guy pulls up, he pulls his pistol out, shoots the rider in the head, and then they rob him. They rob the dead body. They don't want to fight anybody and jump back on a motorcycle and gone. So they're doing that, and they stop a lot of motorcycles, and that I see that's a way to take care of that problem, and I don't feel that that's wrong. I think that's actually good for a lot of folks, but just crime here in general is bad. I think if everybody was armed, it wouldn't be that way. I would like to see, personally myself, like in my own country, something I would like to see, and this would get rid of a lot of wussies. Is I don't care who you are, just be like Israel. Everybody, as soon as they turn 18, they go into the army for 2 years, and as soon as if they go to college, as soon as they graduate from college, I don't care what they graduate from, you go into the army for 2 years. Then maybe it's as an officer because you're college educated now, but that's what I see. That's what I think should happen. If they would start that, they would get rid of a lot of these little millennial wussies who live in their parents' basements and play video games and don't know their butts from a hole in the ground. They need to get out there and work. I'm sick of these kids. I had a nephew that told me, he goes to college all the time, and he told was electrical. He says, "Oh yeah, I'm an electrical engineer." What? Yeah, I took a semester of that in college. Oh yeah, now he's electrical engineer. Wait a minute, pal. You put 30 years in the field, and then come talk to me again. You don't take a stupid semester from some guy who's teaching. Was he I asked him, was he a electrician or was he just a teacher? No, he never worked in the electrical field or the engineering field. He's just teaching engineering. Well, something, some of the best teachers I ever saw, they were engineers who came in and decided to teach. They decided, I'm going to retire, but I'll go teach for a while. So that's where that's at. But this is just some more stuff, bouncing stuff off of my head today. So you all take care and watch out. And I'm telling you what, guys, if you have to, be like Kamala Harris and get some knee pads, but don't do like her. Pray to the good Lord and ask him for his intervention in this mess that's going on. Because I'm telling you, this is a royal mess. That video I put out about this nice little neighbor lady over here, OFW, Filipino woman coming from Australia and landing back here, not having to do quarantine, just paid some money. That's gotta tell you something, guys. I mean, if the government was so worried about you, nobody would get through the quarantine. That's it. You'd be in quarantine. So, this is just a big pile of hokum, if you ask me, and just pray the good Lord that this will all stop. This is Rick Shaw, and I'm out.